Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear my brothers, sisters, and viewers, and as I mentioned before the break, mostly about the condition of the calamity of Corona, and my request is to all brothers, all Muslims, just request Allah to bring the mercy, because this does not belong to any human being. There's no power on it, because this is unseen. This is in dark. So, however, in our program is today, our that you see on the top is a contract or transaction in Islam. Believing for this subject is essential for the whole human being. It is essential because, first of all, if you are not have any mind, any understanding, any knowledge about ourself, our own way of life, and we missed a lot of things, because Almighty God, when create human being, as a proof that this creation will be the top, even in this life and hereafter, if they are using the gift that I gave them to put on to their life, that is the mind. So that is and also how they explain the mind by thank. And a human being has this top gift by Allah. Our element is the mind and thank. All the life is kind of by getting and giving, or kind of struggling, or kind of moving, or kind of doing something, or kind of buying and selling something. This is the human nature. No matter human being, the person, or he is what kind of religion they are practicing, or what age is this one, but all is needed to do something, to move something, to buy something, to sell something, getting in giving. In Arabic literature, about this subject is considered about the wajib. You call it insnain in Arabic. Yeah, and it means between two party, buyer and seller. This subject or this action will occur, and they call it, this is essential, this is a wajib way. And then this one is all the speciality which between the other religion or other way of the human being has it, is the believing in the command of Allah, or in Islam has to be Muslim. So in Islam, whenever someone is in Islam, they have to be careful about this activity in his life activity. If you are not thinking about good things, not pay attention what Allah is commanded on that subject, if we do something by our own way without knowledge, and what happened? We losing, and we losing our power, our money, and we destroy our own life. The life will stand mostly, which Allah prefer, the knowledge. The knowledge is because why we get the knowledge? Because we have mind, because we have thank. We have to see by our eyes. We can desire. In the particularly of the subject of contract and transaction, it is a requirement is based on Quran and Hadith, and at the same time is Sharia and Fiqh. So these two also is, if it's not performable, it will be still will be damage. So step by step, it is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants the person to be much more pure and much more higher dignity, and become qualified in Jannah. If someone is not care about the command of Allah, not care about the way of life, in the transaction, in the getting and buying and talking in a relationship, those are all, if it's not pay attention, if by neglection or by careless, entirely the person is just as waste their time. And the most damage is hereafter. This life is whatever. If someone become torture or doesn't have anything but one side, but how about the hereafter? Hereafter is the permanent life forever. For mostly those who submit totally their will to Allah, of course they get something there, because according to the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Almighty God promised in Quran, and many, I can't say about more than 95 times, that is, if someone is on the right path, what means right path? Right path, everything you have to be on the right path. Everything for the contract, for talk, for promise, for all things, all step. When you step by step, how you see where you put your foot on it. It is on the hard place, or in a kind of wetty or bad things or soft things, that you become more dirty. So this is the life, to be straight. So in the contracting in transaction in Islam, this is very, very important, and it is very dangerous for many reasons. If someone is trying to make a contract with something, to do something, to buy something, to get something, to build something, but all of them, for all, Quran in mention it. Even there is a hadith Prophet Muhammad bought that said you have to have knowledge. You have to be a mature person. And this is the main things of the when we always say amalu salihat. This salihat also is the consider about the person should do right way. To be a mature person with the mindful, and then has the knowledge about particularly something that you buy for that purpose, even for especially for something that you buy for your home, for your wife, for your and things, or but you have to have knowledge to what is this, where is that, what makes different, and how affect for my future, how affect for this, and mostly about the something has a barakat, something does not have a barakat. When you work a lot and you get money, and then you go buy something, or then you don't know that is that deal is not illegitimate, that deal is doubtable, that deal is in a kind of either makruh, either haram. So that was the most things is to to understand, to have knowledge. So, and also the process of doing of the contract or transaction also is very important, and the process has to be step by step. But when you go to buy something, you have to first of all the seller you have to know the seller, who is he, and then after he is mature, he is some kind of has a skill that or he is a thief, or he is some. However, the second thing that you are when you want to buy, and those things you have to tell him that kind of things I want. So if this is responsibility of the seller is much more higher than buyer. The seller has to disclose everything that this item, that things you want to buy, this is good point or bad point or such. Historically wise, economic wise, this thing, a lot. Color wise, weight wise, everything. And if the person wants to buy, then there's that things, and then also has a contract to, okay, when we're buying, if I don't like it, how you see before that you take it home, you have to tell that if it is not good for me, or for something I did not get complete what I wanted, so can I bring it back? This bringing back, if the person said yes, the seller said yes, this is also he's got the reward entirely. This barakat is his item is there. And then, so there is no doubt in he bring it back. It's okay if it is keep it. When someone is go to buy, mostly go to buy. I go by example, buying houses. So buying houses is a lot of pages of the book you have to read, you have to study. When you start the buying house, and the buying house is the most doubtful for many reasons. First of all, you cannot buy by yourself. It's better to put the responsibility on the side of the realtor. This is the one of the easy way. If you do not do it, but you have to have entirely knowledge the house which you want it. First of all, like I said, the seller have to disclose all the things, should not hide at all. If they hide it, it means that the money, if you get it, you never have a barakah or anything. And also the buyer, when we buy the house, you never be happy with it after next month, after even a week. When they go to the house and they find, oh, here is that. For everything, the buyer has to have knowledge. First of all, about footages, how many square foot is, how many, the condition of the wall, condition of that, condition of the items inside the house, or roof, or those, all of them has to have understand by historical wise. The roof is how long, as under guarantee, or they put it. Other than that, if you are just as in blind way, is not allowed in Islam to contract or transact or to buy or to sell anything. It is entirely makruh. Is not cannot be good, cannot be satisfied. When you're not satisfied with something that you buy, you are losing your iman. Your faith will go down every day, because you will say, oh, this guy is cheating me, and you will say something bad word, and then your intention is always towards to that person is a lot of enmity or this disagreement or something, mostly between families or between friends or between all things. In this case of buyer and seller is come out. the person, if he keep the Muslim to nicely those things as a, without neglect or those understanding, and inshallah will find. Other than that, they have make in sin also. And also I would like to give you one more break, because all the time after 15 minutes after I gave you one break, inshallah I come back to talk about some more about this subject today. Stay with me.